to come inside, absolutely, because now it's torrential rain here in the United Kingdom. Well, we started off with snow. It's always good, isn't it? When you wake up and find yourself covered in the beautiful light white dust, and everybody says, oh, it's marvellous, you know, it's winter. The realities of winter are, as you can tell, something of a cold, freezing, and of course, if you live here in the United Kingdom, no winter fuel allowance. It's very chilly. But then people might say it's very chilly over in the land of MSNBC, which is part of the NBC Peacock group. You see, these two, Mika and Joe, were very popular for a while. And suddenly, of course, things took a turn for the worst. Last week, they decided to, how shall we say, try and make amends with people over in, well, Trump Towers. How's it gone? As ever, let me explain. Good to see you. Thank you so much as ever for your time. Yes, as you can see, well, it's not bad, is it? I'm inside a hotel simply because, as I say, it's that bad weather. Truly, there's nothing you can do. So, you know, we still need to chat. That's the important thing. Chums, yeah, well, you see, I miss you, you miss me, hopefully. And then, of course, we have a little chat. This particular woman, right, I have to tell you, I worked with her many years ago. One of the rudest presenters I ever encountered, simply because we were covering the royal wedding together of William and Catherine. And oddly enough, we were on the top of the building of the, now what do they call it, Methodist Central Hall. NBC had taken the rooftop which overlooks Westminster Abbey. First words to me was, you know, I'm not very big on the royals, and what's all the fuss about anyway? I felt like saying, well, I've no idea who you are, and what's all the fuss about anyway? But, you know, we're polite, aren't we, British people, for a while. Anyway, as you can see, she's had to eat a lot of humble pie by going down and seeing Mr. Trump, who's now the president-elect, the 47th president of the United States. And this is because MSNBC are suffering hemorrhaging ratings, advertising, and general just all-round, whatever you want to call it in the broadcast world. It gets worse, though, because after their very public speech of, oh, don't worry, you know, we're in this together, that sort of stuff, and we need to keep communications open. Well, their staff allegedly are now backfiring too. They're very unhappy with the way that Mika and Joe have, well, simply taken sides and gone in cap in hand begging for an audience with Mr. Trump. You can't win, you see. This is the problem in the world of broadcasting. You have to be very impartial. And Mika and Joe are not impartial. They've been very, very vocal about exactly what they feel regarding this incoming president. So how's it worked with the bosses over at NBC? Well, trust me, in the new year, as ever, allegedly, they're going to be cutting costs even further. And as I pointed out the other day, whether Mika and Joe think they're invaluable stars to that particular brand, well, even they will have, shall we say, a relook at their contracts, simply because they just have to save money. With less people watching Morning Joe, which they've hosted now for over a decade plus, and of course some might say bash the other side, well, what can you expect when you have a bigger sort of margin on the other side? If they'd have played it straight down the line from the very off and were, you know, open about what side and this side, whether it's Biden, Harris side, whatever, it may have worked. Now, as I say, people are simply bailing out, but more importantly, not many people are bailing in. Ratings are at an all-time low, and Morning Joe could be saying quite soon, goodbye, Joe. Neil Sean in the very heart of Yorkshire.